Fallout. You either love it or hate it. Regardless, it's been around for 25 years, and in those 25 years, we've had a large variety of games. Some of these games are RPG staples, the best of the genre, and some of these games are Fallout 76.
Every person and character is real.
These games are chock full of content, the hardest of which to find are the Easter eggs. An Easter egg is a message, image, or feature hidden in software, video games, or film. That's right, when Todd isn't busy making it just work, he's hiding little Easter eggs in these games. That or the dozens of overworked game devs working today. As you'd expect, the Fallout series has its fair share of Easter eggs. That's why today, we're looking at the best Fallout Easter eggs of all time. So there's one important thing about the Fallout devs that I need to go over. These guys are f***ing nerds. And what do nerds like? Yep, you guessed it. Doctor Who. I've never really been a fan of doctors, but regardless, we have the TARDIS showing up in the original Fallout. When the Vault Dweller is out roaming the wasteland, there's a chance they'll stumble across a lone blue police call box. Stepping closer, the light at the top will start spinning and the box will disappear into thin air. This is a classic Fallout Easter egg. Take some random shit from an old British TV show and toss it in the game, then wait for profits to rain in. In Fallout 2, the player can explore the city of New Reno. Now the city, it's a shithole, but if you make your way to the commercial west side of the city, you'll find the next Easter egg. New Reno Arms is the largest gun emporium in the city, and if you find yourself in the basement, you'll find the Easter egg. Literally, it's an Easter egg. Yeah, the devs decided to have fun with this one, a bunch of comedians. However, this Easter egg was almost a much crazier experience. According to Chris Avallone, level designer and certified Giga Chad, the egg was supposed to hatch a unique companion called Chicken. Chicken was chicken. That would have been a permanent party member. This was a huge missed opportunity, but here's hoping that Chicken makes a return in Fallout 5. Fallout 3 is a game full of references and Easter eggs, but my favorite is a relatively small nod to a past game. If the player's traveling towards Big Town, you'll come across a wooden utility pole with some seemingly random characters etched onto it. After further inspection, we can decode the hidden message, DES-04. This is an obvious reference to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the game Bethesda worked on prior to Fallout 3. This is just a nice wholesome callback to a previous game and yeah, I like it. I don't know why. It's cute, okay? Okay, so do you remember how I said the original Fallout devs were just a bunch of nerds? Well, the New Vegas team were the exact opposite. These guys were absolute degenerates. Due to this, I had to dig and find an Easter egg that wouldn't get this video demonetized. If the player's exploring the Cave of Abaddon from the Lonesome Road DLC, they'll find the fossilized dog Seymour. If you're a Futurama fan, you're more than familiar with this dog. Seymour is a reference to the dog of the same name from the Futurama episode Jurassic Bark. In the episode, Fry finds his old pet dog fossilized in a museum, and it is the saddest I've ever watched in my life. The Prydwen is a giant flying base of operations for the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4. This hub is full of technology, weapons, and research led by these hardworking initiates. If we happen to stop by the research area of the ship, we'll see a handful of scientists growing experimental plants. Taking a closer look at these plants, they will immediately be recognizable to fans of the Elder Scrolls series. Yeah, that sound, I just triggered a whole generation of gamers. This is of course Nirnroot from the Elder Scrolls. Is this just a harmless Easter egg, or is it a hint to a future crossover? It's just an Easter egg, that's it. Like, why do you guys make like 15-page fan fictions about this stuff? If you're familiar with my channel at all, you'll know that I haven't been the kindest to Fallout 76. It's just not the game for me. However, it has possibly my favorite Easter egg in the whole series. Wasteland is a holotape game you can find out in the game world. It is a full-fledged text-based RPG in the style of Wasteland, the game that inspired Fallout. Wasteland, get it? When I first stumbled across this, I thought it was a joke, but no, this is a legit side game. I'm also tempted to say it's better than base game 76, but I'll get flamed in the comments if I do, so let's just say I'm joking. Also, if you're a fan of OG Fallout, play Wasteland. It's cool, come on. You know you want to. Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel is one of the most forgotten games in the series, and that's really a shame. It's a really solid game, and it happens to have one of the greatest Easter eggs of all time. While out traveling, there's a chance you'll stumble across this. 6 Brahmin gathered around a table playing poker. They're discussing the game they're playing, but if we get too close to the table, they'll scream "Holy moly, it's the feds" and run off. What were you guys smoking? This is weird, but it's the type of weird that could only appear in 2D Fallout. I mean, really, these old games are full of stuff like this. If you haven't played them, you should. What else can I say? It's cows playing poker. Buy the damn game. Okay, so if you've been paying attention, you would have noticed that I've listed an Easter egg from every game. That's been pretty easy up until now. Fallout Brother to Steel is an awful, awful game. So awful, in fact, that I really had to dig deep to find an Easter egg from it. So deep that I had to dig into the game files. No, I'm not joking. If you go over and have a little peek at the game files, there's a text string that reads, and I quote, "out of memory." I'm glad it seems like the devs hated this game as much as we did. This was the first Fallout game to be on console, so maybe there just wasn't that much memory to work with. Or, more likely, the game was so bad that Dev was trying to command this game to leave his memory. Unfortunately, I guess we'll never know. Oh, and at 5,000 subscribers, I'll make a video devoted to this god-awful game. This next Easter egg isn't some huge movie reference or anything, but you know what? I like it, and that's all that matters. If you enter Diamond City on December 25th, you'll see that everyone decorated for Christmas. Christmas trees, ornaments, all that good stuff. They also decorate for Halloween as well. That's it. I like it. Sue me. All of these Easter eggs have been great so far, but I'm proud to say I've saved one of my favorites for last. In fact, it's an Easter egg that I'm sure a lot of you have never seen before. In the Lonesome Road DLC, the player can choose to launch a nuke at the NCR or the Legion. However, if the player decides to nuke both of them for some reason, and they have the Wild Wasteland trait, you'll see a unique ending slide.
Warriors finally really did it. They blew up the lands west and east of the Mojave, damning them all to hell. The act was discovered 200 years later as other couriers explored the Mojave wastes. There, they saw NCR relics, reminders of their once proud history.
This would of course be a reference to the ending in the classic movie Planet of the Apes.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Remember what I said about these guys? Huge nerds. Huge. I just enjoy this one because it's kinda hard to get without trying. Not only do you have to play and beat the DLC, which a lot of casual players don't do, but you need to choose to nuke two of the major factions in the game. Unless you're some sort of New Vegas superfan, you probably won't stumble across it. That was just a look back at some of the craziest Easter eggs in the Fallout series. If I missed one of your favorites, scream at me down below in the comments. I do have a channel Discord that I highly recommend joining. It is the perfect place to be for Fallout fans. Also, liking and subscribing really helps me out a lot. I post videos just like this every single week, so if you like what you're seeing, why not click subscribe? I think that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.